Hello, everybody. Welcome back and good morning. This is Adobe Live. My name is Ryan Selvey. We are joined by Paul Ashch today. We're really excited to go over some new updates coming to Premiere. But before we hop into all new things Premiere and we say hello to everyone in chat, I just want to give Paul a chance to introduce himself and tell him a little bit about who he is as an artist. So, hey, Paul, thanks for joining us. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi Ryan, nice to meet you. Yes, I would love to introduce myself. My name is Paul and I'm a full-time content creator, independent film artist, and as well as just a funny guy. Yeah.
I love it. How long have you been into video and video production?
Oh, more than 10 years. I started in a big production with these huge cameras and huge lighting and all this stuff. And as lately, I came to just filming on my iPhone. And I'm also trying to showcase all my knowledge I got from huge production and trying to simplify it so people can use their iPhone to create nice and beautiful content.
Fantastic. And then what are we looking at today?
Today, we're gonna dive in my editing workflow as well as showcasing some new features that are coming to Adobe Premiere this Friday, and I'll show you a little bit of those as well.
Oh, that was awesome. All right, well, I'm excited to hop into it. If you guys have questions while we are going through new stuff, old stuff, you have questions for Paul, you have questions about Premiere, go ahead and throw them in the chat. We're live on both Behance and on YouTube. So hey to Cody and Sean, good to have you guys here. Also, of course, Black Becky is in the chat along with Bree, Manaz, Stian, and Kino. So good to have you guys here, and we are excited to have you guys as part of the stream. So by all means, go ahead, hop in. If you're watching the replay, I promise to make it worth your while. We're going to be going over a lot of cool stuff, so make sure you stick around even if you're watching this in the future. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go share your screen, and then you can tell us a little bit about what you're working on.
Yes. So right now I have my project open. It's basically one of my reels I posted on Instagram a while ago. I'll show you it right here. You can see, and it got quite a nice views. So I'm gonna show you how I edited, and I show you all my editing secrets. I think I'm gonna do it for the first time, so you have some interesting stuff here.
Great. So we have
let
what?
me,
Adjustment layers. We have some nested sequences mixed
yes,
with
some
footage
sound
you took straight on your
effects.
phone.
Yes. And here is the final project. I'm gonna show you the result first, and then we'll go over how I made it. Here it
You make
is.
New York look so much more quieter and relaxing than I have
Yes.
my experience with it.
I'm a great liar,
Yeah.
same as Hollywood. They always show in Times Square, and
Right.
everyone coming to New York thinking that we have Times Square all around the city, but nah.
It's
Okay.
awesome though with your effects with fog that you kind of are you're keying in on, and you also have some really great sound effects there. Great panning, great composition. Excited to see how this comes to life.
Yes. When it comes to mobile filmmaking, for me, it's always the main idea is to trick the viewer so they can think it was filmed on a huge camera, not on an iPhone. That's always a challenge for me. That's why I love filming on iPhone, and that's what I'm doing here. First, I'm gonna tell you how I filmed it. Most of it was filmed on iPhone in cinematic mode in 4K, 24/7, 24
24/7, constantly filming. No,
24
sorry.
frames per second.
24
Okay,
frames per
okay.
second. Cool.
Yes. And some of this I will need to slow down, and I'm gonna show you right now. As you can see, I created a separate duplicate of my timeline where I didn't finish the whole video yet. It doesn't have any color grading. I just adjusted a couple of the shots. So this one I made a little warmer. You can see it in here, but that's all I made for now. First, I want to go over my setup here because you can tell it's a little different from the default one. I love when my project window is on the left side as a default, but I'm having effect control and lumetri color here as well. The second window right here, I usually love to have effects here as well as lumetri scopes for color grading to not go over the window and workspace. I love having all my tools right in front of me. So, and I also recently added Film Impact dashboard, which will go later. We'll talk about it later because that's something new coming this Friday. I have my program window right here. Since I'm editing Reels and vertical content, I want it to be as big as possible. So I made it on the right side, which shrinks my timeline a bit, but I still have a lot of space here. So I think it's optimized quite enough to work on even small device like I have. I think I can show you right here.
Oh, okay. So you're working off of a MacBook?
Yes, I'm working on a MacBook 14-inch. So it's
little baby screen.
Yes, so it's very important for me to optimize it. So I'm suggesting this layout for everyone who working with vertical content because that's basically it's perfection.
Yeah. You finally nailed it down.
Yeah, it was hard. It took me so much. I took different tries. I tried to have all my effects on the left side. Nothing worked as good as this one. And I also have essential sound, of course, because when you're doing videos, you need to work with sounds because sound design makes it coming to life.
It's one of those things that's like sound design is something that, you can have some really beautiful footage, but if sound isn't right, like it can make everything feel very amateur.
Absolutely.
We have a question from
my
Stan.
microphone works best right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a question from Stan in the chat asking if you use a gimbal. Do you use a gimbal or is this all freehand?
That's actually first thing I want to talk about. Most of it shot on handheld iPhone because iPhone have so good stabilization, and even if the footage comes out a little shaky, you know what we can do. We can always go to warp stabilizer and edit. And I edit all the time. Even if the footage is smooth, you still have a little bit of shakiness probably. So I'm trying to edit all the time and then it looks super smooth. And I will go over it in a minute. So sometimes you want to have your clip right on a bit, and unfortunately my video wasn't long enough. So of course you can extend it with new tool with AI, but this time I want just to slow down the footage I had. So this video, I will slow it down.
Just barely too, right?
Yes, just barely. Let me actually.
And yeah, when you're tending to slow things down, do you often go with percentages, or are you normally like, this is the exact duration that I kind of want it to go?
I usually go with percentages. Sometimes I'm playing with it. So for this one, I already know. So it's gonna be 90%. But remember, I told you I'm always filming 24 frames per second. So here we need to check out optical flow. So the footage will not be choppy. It will be seamlessly adjusted for 90% of the speed.
And that's just how it's kind of interpreting the footage to be able to extend it, right?
Yes. But in order to see it, I think we need to press sequence and render into out. Oh, not here. I didn't select
all the way over there.
Yeah, let me select our timeline right here.
And then those keyboard shortcuts that you just did there to shift your in and out. What were those?
I and O. I for in
okay,
and O for out. Yes, and we press sequence, render in and out. just to
Zoom
make
it
it
down.
all green.
Speedy fast.
Yes. And now you can see how smooth it is.
Buttery smooth. And so that,
Even
yeah,
though
that
it
was
was
with optical
24
flow.
frames per second. Yes.
That's cool.
That's my lifesaver, because sometimes you just need to slow it down a little bit. And if you want, you can even slow it. You can slow it even more. But for these purposes, I think 90% works
90% just
best.
gets you right there.
I
Stan is
think.
saying, thanks. I knew Warp Stabilizer was in After Effects, but I didn't know it was in Premiere Pro. There you go. You
Oh,
learn something new every day.
great. And here is another trick I'm going to show you right now. If you don't know, you cannot use Warp Stabilizer on already slowed or speeded up footage. In order for you to use this effect, you need to press nest. And once we nest the sequence, the video, we just slowed it down, we can use Warp Stabilizer.
And you're only nesting that individual clip. You're not even
Yes,
nesting
just
anything
this
more
one.
than that. Cool.
Yes. What it does, it basically exporting the video you just slow down. So right now it's on 100% speed, because we already put it under this cage, let's say. Waiting for a few seconds, rendering it out, and now it looks like it was filmed not only with gimbal, but with the perfect unshakable hands. Yeah,
We have some
good.
New York love from Peter in the chat. So New York,
Oh,
New
great.
York.
Yeah, you definitely want to visit New York when it's foggy and rainy. That's my favorite vibe for filming videos. Yeah, first of all, because there are not too many people on the street. Then it's have like a unique vibe, like because everyone want to see it and stay home during that time, and you go and shoot. So that's adding some uniqueness to your videos. So
some cozy cafe vibes.
Yeah, we slowed it down. I love it. Now, what I'm gonna do next?
That's cool.
You can tell I'm choosing different shots all the time. That's one of the main mistake I see beginners made. They use similar footage next to each other, and that's what makes video looks, I don't know, like it makes your eyes see it as a disrupted image. So it's important for you to have different types of shots. We can see here I have the wide shot, a shot of a building. We can see the whole building. Next is a close-up of someone's boots. Then
question about that shot real quick, actually.
Yes.
It looks like you have kind of like concentrated focus in there. Is that a post edit, or is that something that just shot right on the camera?
That was shot on cinematic mode. I'm always filming in cinematic mode, as I told you, 4K, 24 frames per second, because it adds this blur effect, the bokeh effect, which make us think it was filmed on a camera, with a huge aperture, but no, it's just filmed on an iPhone. And what I want to do here, I want to add a little bit dynamic. I think we'll go to our effect controls and just add a little zoom in on our first shot, which will be scale. We're adding one keyframe here. Then let's have it on 100 right there. And on 100, let's say 105. I think that would be enough.
Also, Mike's being funny in the chat, saying that you can tell people who use After Effects by their Premiere timeline. In the way that it's stacked, which is great.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I love, but it's not coming from After Effects. I'm gonna tell you what, it's coming from Adobe Photoshop. Because Adobe Photoshop was the first app I ever used. I was like 10 years old when I started messing up with it, and it has layers. So I love layers. I don't know. Actually, if we go back to the final sequence, I made it look so slim just
Uh-huh.
5 minutes before we went live. Before it was like
It's
that.
the studio magic for you. You said you wanted to make it look good for the
Yes,
stream.
of course. But that's how I work. Always work with layers because sometimes you want to change things a bit and you don't want to cut it before you have the final edit. So what I did, I added zoom effect on it. I went from 100 to 105, and now we're gonna render it in and out again just to see. Yes, it adds just a crispy dynamic to it, and now it looks even more magical than it was. Same will be edited right here, and actually I think I already did. What I did here, I also edit zoom in.
And just that
Probably,
little tweening between keyframes, just a
yes,
subtle
just a
change in
little bit.
scale.
I would say basically you need difference of 5 usually, like
Okay.
or 100 to 105 or 105 to 110, 110, depending on the footage. Sometimes if it's close up, you want to go over 10 or even 20, but most of the time 5 works perfectly.
And that's always
And
scaling from the center, right?
yes, but sometimes you want to switch it. If everything will be just scaling in, zooming in, it will look abrupt. So what I'm usually doing, if I'm zooming in on this shot, the next shot will be zoom out. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
switching it up.
So it's
Yes.
not just the same thing where it looks like it's
Yes.
just copy and pasted every time.
Yeah. And then it looks like it was really filmed this way, because you
Right.
just adjusting it a bit and it adds dynamics to your video. Even though if you filming it handheld it, but you're not moving your camera, adding a little bit of the zoom in and zoom out will help you a lot.
Humans are so funny in that way that we just like our eyes like to see things move, even when
Yes,
it's a
yeah.
static
Like
shot.
in order to do nice editing, you need to know a lot of things about our brain, how it works, how it see pictures, how it see moving image, because that's all connected to our brain. Even 24 frames per second. It's one of my most asked questions is why you filming in 24 frames per second? Because all the movies are shot in 24 frames per second, and our brain trained to see 24 frames per second as cinematic image. And if you see 60 frames per second, sometimes you can't even tell the difference, but your brain can. And it's like, oh, that's probably not a movie. It should be a newscast or something else,
Or like a
but not
soap
a
opera
movie.
randomly, which for some reason soap operas have 60 frames per second.
Yes. So you want high frames when you're playing games, but not when you're filming. Here we go. Going to the next shot. This shot needs some warp stabilization. It's not perfectly smooth. So let's add my favorite warp
What
right
is this
here.
building, by the way? Do you know?
No, it was. I was walking on Lexington, so
Mm-hmm.
it's around Lexington and 50 to 60th Street.
That's cool. I just
And
like
it's actually,
the lines that go up it.
yeah, it's actually, they were like this small. It's just
Really?
me being right next to them. That's basically a very nice idea for a shot. If you're watching and you going to travel somewhere or you simply filming street videos, it's very nice shot when you go right close to the building and then move out a little bit.
Right.
Then we have this shot. And right now it's even better with warp stabilization. And many people don't know about these settings. When you go to effect control and apply warp stabilizer, you can go to advanced settings and change from fast analysis to detailed analysis.
Oh, and that just makes it just like I'm willing to
It
wait if you
makes
want to
it,
make it a little bit nicer.
yes, it
Oh, cool.
always makes it nicer. Most of the time it doesn't scale as much as well. So you spend some time, but you save a lot of image here.
Yeah,
Now
I
it's
feel like
perfect.
sometimes when you're working with warp stabilizer, it does tend to zoom in more, and you're like, well, no, I wanted the framing here that I already kind
Yes.
of
Yeah.
established.
Yes. So not good. Okay. Right now I can tell what it's missing. It's missing some sound design, and I
Yeah, just like we were
already
talking
have.
about.
Yes, I already have sound folder, and magically I already have some sound effects in there. Let's just use those. First, I want to set up the atmosphere. Usually, you want to have some ambient sound. If it's rainy day, you should have some a sound of rain, or maybe it's a crowd shot, sound of the crowd, or maybe it's just a loud street, so cars, traffic.
Do
It's
you tend
good
to
to
record
have
your own sound effects?
all the time. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I'm still using some that are available online, or even in right here in Essential Sound. You can find some special effects right here, which I already did, and we have rain effects right there. I'm editing it. Maybe let's use it not from the beginning.
I'm actually
And
going to start a poll in the YouTube chat if you guys have ever recorded your own sound effects or not. Um,
yeah,
I
let's
don't know if I
let's let's
personally
see.
have. I feel like I always source them from things that I can like download or purchase. But I don't know if I've ever recorded my own, which would be such a good idea if you're just kind of like, I don't know, getting ambient noise.
And now, speaking of new updates that are coming to Premiere Pro this Friday, look on a waveform. Right now, when you're adjusting sound of waveform by adding some key points, it shows you how it changed right away.
Oh, well, it gives you the real time adjustment of
Yes,
the
we didn't
little
have it
spikes.
before, and it's so helpful because right now it's easy to adjust sound. When you see all the peak sounds, you can make them lower, and you don't have to guess how low should it be. You see it.
You can see it
Let's
immediately
say
disappear
right
into
here
nothing.
we have some peaks which I want to lower a bit, so it's super easy and useful. You don't want to have rain sound all over your video, just in the beginning, and look, it adds some atmosphere right there.
Yeah, kind of like as it muffles out, it's kind of like
Yeah,
concentrates in.
yeah, maybe a little lower the volume, because I already lowered the volume of the music, so probably let's do it on -15. Yes. You don't want to go too crazy with sound effects. You don't want them to be super loud, because then they will be destructive.
Yeah. Do you normally
Uh,
have like a level that you're shooting for when you're like looking for output of audio?
Usually, it's either -6 or -12.
Okay.
It's coming from my TV background. When I used to work on a TV station, there was a rule. We should have all our peaks on -12 and not louder than that.
Oh,
So,
okay. Good to
but
know.
I think -6 works perfect for YouTube and all the social media. So stick to -6. Okay, the next shot have this footsteps. So I already have some footsteps sound effects, which I'm gonna cut with in and out right here in order to apply. And now we just need to find a perfect spot for it to start. I think right here will be great. Doing it on -15.
And that you're using the adjustment of the entire clip of
Yes,
adding or subtracting gain rather than kind
yes,
of like bringing up and down the waveforms.
yes, by choosing audio again here and adjusting it right there. Perfect. It's perfectly aligned.
That crunch is
Yes.
so crisp.
Yes.
Welcome on in, Oliver. Good to have you here. Also, Mike is saying that he records a microphone and makes his own sound effects over on YouTube.
Yes.
The majority of people, 88% so far, have said no, they've never recorded their own sound effects, which is, I feel vindicated in the fact that I feel less silly now that I have not done it.
But you should try it. You should try
Oh,
it at
yeah, I
least
think it's
once.
great.
Especially
Great
with
suggestion.
iPhones, you have great mic right here,
Yeah.
and you can simply go and, especially with these footsteps, it's so cool when you recorded them by yourself because you can go and film exact thing as here with little bit wet road and with all these small stones on it, and it will
Kind of have that gravel sound.
Yes. Oh, not this one. I'm adjusting the volume again. -15. Perfect. And I think we have third step right here. So let's see. Oh, I like this one.
A crunchy one. By the way, we are about halfway through our show, so I just wanted to welcome anybody who's come in a little bit later. We are being joined by Paul Ashch, and we're excited to be going over some new stuff for Premiere that is coming out on Friday, as well as going through his workflow of how he edits videos. Right now, we're looking at a vertical video he shot on his iPhone, but we're making it look like it was shot on a nice DSLR or some real expensive camera. If you guys have questions for him while we're going over it, throw it in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Also, if you just, want to add nice commentary about what you think about the video, also love to hear that. It's always nice to hear compliments. So
Thank you, Ryan.
yeah, of course.
Hey everyone who joined us. And right now, I think it sounds perfect. The only thing I'll add, we go to effects window, go to audio effects, and here we need some reverb, which will always work as a glue for our sound effects. If you add a little bit of reverb, it's always works as a glue, and then
Yeah, so what's that going to do?
you will hear it in more natural way. So here it is, effect control, edit. I usually use Great Hall. Sometimes it's too much of reverb, but I think it works perfectly for this type of videos. And let's hear how it sounds now. It's make it a little lower. It's make it more of a, the sound became like more wet. And here's how it was before. And here's after. So
It makes it sound more wet, which is something that I would not expect with like reverb. I've never done that in my process to be able to add like another.
that's always that's always helps you with sound effects. So then I'll simply copy paste it to all the other clips. Yeah. It also has this dreamy vibe, right? Which I tend to feel more cinematic. Another thing I always using is the sound effects of timer. This one. I don't know why. It's always works so nice with slow motion. Let me edit and you'll hear yourself. You'll hear it right now.
And this is just something you kind of came about with trial and error.
And look, like, I don't know, it adds some cinematic vibe all the time. So I'm editing to obviously slow down shots. And maybe we'll add some reverb as well.
And that's just giving kind of an auditory, I don't know, acknowledgement of slowed footage as well.
Yes.
Miss Melanie has joined us from Los Angeles. Hopefully we can convert her while we're looking at New York footage.
Yes, come join us in New York. New York is better than Los Angeles.
Cody's also excited about the timer sound in this use case. Sean's wondering if you've ever tried to generate sound effects in Firefly.
Yes, and actually Firefly is a game changer. I think I'm gonna stop recording sound effects myself pretty soon because Firefly does it so in a so easy way, and it's always easy to make it exactly as you want it to be. So that's game-changing tool. And speaking of game-changing tools, I think we can dive in into new film impact dashboard, which will be available starting this Friday.
All right. So what is this?
We finally get FX transitions, and all of this are just one-click adjustments you can do for your videos. In Premiere, it's all included in your Premiere Pro. And let's go over a few of them. Let's start with, I think,
It's all natively right in a window too. You didn't have to install anything. This
absolutely,
is just
yes.
like an
And
update.
you just click and that's it. Let's see how it works. I see the light leak, which will be beautifully applied right here on our frame. Let's see, just click and apply. And it already added some effect. And it's all of it are fully customizable effects and transitions. So it has surprise me button right
Surprise
here.
me button. I did not know that. That's so fun.
And
Okay.
that makes unexpected results all the time. Wow, I love this
Yeah.
one. And look, the video looks so much more cinematic with this lighting effect. I love it. I think it's perfect. Maybe we'll add some rotation to it. Doing keyframes right here. Maybe we'll spin it to, I don't know, 195. Stretch it all the way to the end, and let's see. Beautiful. That's absolutely amazing. What if you follow me enough, you know that my weakness is glowing effect, and we finally got it in Premiere, so I can apply it in one click. Also, I think we have surprise me button right there.
Oh, that's great that it's on every effect.
Yeah, and you see it's adding some glowing on the highlights, which hides the digital image of an iPhone, because iPhones tend to make over crispy image. It's always tend to sharpen it too much. So this is game changer. You just apply a little bit of glow, and here you go. It hides all the digitalness of an iPhone camera. I think I will simply copy it right now and paste it on every single frame we got. Wow,
And it's also
that's
nice that you can adjust the intensity. I'm seeing some comments in YouTube chat saying, Kino saying, I'm happy to see Film Impact included in Premiere Pro with a little party
yeah.
sign. Cody saying, surprise me button is cool because it will use options that you wouldn't have thought to use yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can also see like it doesn't work as good for this shot, so we probably will decrease the intensity, and now it's perfect.
And it's just got a very small halo effect around kind of the
Yes,
crosswalk, which is nice.
yes, absolutely. We also have this nice effect. I think this one. The focus blur effect. I love it so much. Look what it does. We're applying it, and what it
Wow,
does,
just
it simply
immediately
have.
gets those
Yes,
buildings.
it works so fast. Actually, I think the GPU acceleration was made for this version of Premiere, so you will see the difference right away. It literally works faster, and I have so much fun using it right now. It works perfectly right now. They heard us. They added all the things we waited for years to have in Premiere Pro. So let's see what this thing does. We also have surprise me button.
The also thing that I like about the surprise me button is sometimes my hesitancy to use an effect that's like native into any of the apps is the fact that like I'll watch somebody else's
Yeah.
video and it'll be the same exact sequence settings. But the fact that you're using surprise me like adds
Yes.
so many more variants that it doesn't all feel like one singular thing.
Yeah, and it's so random all the time, but and you can just see what it does and see, well, this one works best for me. Let's use this one. I love
Uh,
this chromatic aberration it does. So basically, it has this blur on the edges of the shot, and we can adjust the central frame, which will be in focus right here. We can choose how wide will be the area of the focus. I think that would be quite enough. Maybe angle it differently. Let's have it on 90.
and that's nice that you can pick out what you want to focus because not everything's always going to be in the center. In this case, it is,
Yes,
but
yeah,
nice that it's
yeah.
like not vertically blurring either. There are some questions about if these effects are in public beta right now. I know they are be available on Friday. And then Peter's wondering if they can be added as a layer. So is it something that can be added to an adjustment layer, or is it just
Let
specifically
let's
added to
let's
footage?
let's try and see, let's try and see. So let's finish with this one, and we'll try to see if it works on adjustment layer. So basically, what I want to do, I want to increase the blur amount as the shot goes. So let's start with 10 and have the keyframe right here, and go to the end of the clip, and let's make it 40.
And this is essentially our intensity slider for this effect.
Yes, and let's see. Wow,
It has that
sold.
ticking now. Now
I
I can
love it
hear
so
that. I can
much.
hear the timer. Before I like subconsciously heard it and I couldn't actively. Now it's absolutely there.
Let's just render it in and out, because now we have too much of FX. It's probably taking some GPU.
Black Becky is also saying that she likes the name of the surprise me button. Yeah, it's always fun whenever there's any sort of whimsy in any application. Like if it's
Yeah,
not all
and it's
just,
all it's humanized,
yes, exactly.
like your editor body. I love it. I love it so much. Wow. So guys, I'm telling you, I'm gonna use this focus blur effect on every single video of mine, as well as
Yeah.
Wanderer Glow.
Keep
Like
an eye
those
out for
are
it.
game changers. Light leaks is a good one as well. We have the compound blur effect as well. Let's see if it works as I'm expecting it to work. So I think it's basically no more cinematic mode on iPhone. You can simply apply this effect and it will blur the
Oh
background.
no, you're turning into the villain. You're turning into the we'll fix it in post guy.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Probably not the best shot to try it out. Let me see. I think this one would works
The other
better
thing that I
for
like
me.
about this film impact dashboard is with the filters and effects pre-existing Windows sidebar, it often is kind of hard to know what an effect's going to do until you add it to your own footage. Whereas, like,
Yes.
I really
Uh,
like these not only just the effect, but the fact that it's showing you before and after when you hover over
yes,
each one.
absolutely. Yeah. And let's see if this effect will give us more depth of field or not. I don't know why it's not working here. Maybe it's,
Start
I
fresh.
think maybe we need another footage of that. Maybe
At 50th Street.
this yellow cap will be in focus and
You know that
everything else will
building,
be.
the MetLife building right at the end of that shot right there? Do you know
Yeah.
originally that had a helicopter landing pad on top of it?
No way. How
Yeah.
it has? Oh yeah, that's why it's so big, right?
Yep. And then I think a propeller fell off or something like that and killed someone back in like the 30s
Oh,
or 40s, and they were like, "Oh wait, never mind." And so now there is
wow,
no
that's scary.
helicopter landing pad on top of
That's
that building.
scary. Okay, let's see if those effects works on adjustment layer. And I will actually add adjustment layer anyway, because I'm always have my own LUT on top of my video just to color grade it. So creating adjustment layer, we're always doing it in project window.
Okay.
Then we just pull it right here, stretch it all the way, and let's see if we can add any of those filters. Maybe let's try volumetric light erase. You see, it works.
Oh,
Yeah, I
great.
can tell.
Okay. So you can even do
I
it
can
on
tell.
adjustment layers as well if you want to
Yeah,
maybe be. Not that any of this is destructive because you can always just turn off a filter in your effects control panel, but
yeah.
non-destructive in the way that I guess you could put it all on one layer and then hide it if you needed to.
Wow,
Ooh, that's
this
the
one
rapture
is,
right there.
yeah. Wow, I love it. And it applied to all of the footage right away. Wow, that's a nice effect. And I believe I can change the light position. Yes, I can. Wow,
Ooh, that's
that's
nice.
so realistic. Like, no way it is digital.
And the
I
fact that
think
it's
I'm gonna use this
also
one a
like
lot.
generating some aspect of like fog and haze into it since there's
Yes,
already fog and haze in the footage.
and all this happens in real time. Like I'm adjusting it in real time, and I can see all my settings affecting it.
Actively switching. Oh, and the
Yeah,
fog
that's
size too, so you can see how, like how
yeah.
much you needed to. That's cool.
So much stuff to go over. I think I need another 3 hours of just playing around all these tools. So guys, I'm so excited for you to try it this Friday.
We were
Um,
also just looking in the lights and blurs effects. There's also
yes,
motion
there's
tools,
so much more. It's more
essential.
than 90 effects, as I know. We have this tool, clone effects. Basically, all you need is just your logo, and then you can do motion graphics with it. Like so much stuff.
The only problem here is sometimes I'm in Premiere and After Effects. I'm approaching a project. I'm like, should I do this whole thing in After Effects? Should I do it all in Premiere? Do I do it with dynamic link? This is only going to blur the line even more
Yeah.
to where I'm going to be
Yes.
like, should I have just gone in After Effects? Nah, I can just do it in Premiere. It'll be fine. It'll be
Yes.
fine.
Yeah. 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 Sorry, After Effects. You just got
Got some
a
competition.
nice competitor. Yes. And what I'm gonna do here as a last step, I'm going to Lumetri color. When I color grade, I also use Lumetri scopes. It's a little complicated if you don't know how to do color grading, so you probably don't need this, but you can just adjust it as you wish. And what I do, I have this adjustment layer, and I'm gonna hop on creative panel in Lumetri color and adjust it. I'm going to look as browse, and I have my own
Oh,
LUT
cool.
pack.
Do you sell
Yeah.
those or are those just the ones that you
Yes, you
have for
can get
yourself?
it for just $1 by subscribing me on Instagram.
Great.
And you get more. Yes, I'm constantly updating them, and I think right now it's about 30 different LUTs you can get by just subscribing. And look
Okay.
what this one does. The cream one and movie are my favorite ones. You just click on them
And how did you
and
build
it
those
adds.
out? Were those ones that you like referenced other footage that you liked, or you kind of just found
Yes, yeah, yeah.
what you yeah.
I believe it's so important for every creative person to just have so many, to just feed your eyes.
Yeah.
I sometimes I'm just having 1 hour of me looking through the all the creators I love, and I'm trying to see what I really love about this video. Is it colors or maybe it's camera movement? And I'm trying to implement it in my work.
Yeah.
And even though when I'm watching a movie, I'm always like, oh, that's a nice shot. Sometimes I'm
Of
not even
course.
paying attention on jokes in comedy. I'm just like, oh, that was a nice shot.
It's kind of a blessing and a curse to some degree.
Yes, yes. But it's very important for creators to watch really nice content, because if you watch trash, you'll produce trash. If you watch masterpieces, you will produce masterpieces.
So no more Love Island for us if we want to be
No
good
more.
filmmakers.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
And look, I love this lot so much. It gives this warm vibe to the whole video, and I guess it became even more cinematic than it was. I think I love it.
It's also cool to just see the lumetri scopes move along with the footage.
Yes,
It's
that's
like paranormal almost.
absolutely. And you can see by clicking on and off on adjustment layer, you can see before and after.
Right.
And I think it adds some nice cinematic color grading to it. Maybe we'll do it on 70% just to not oversaturate some colors. And now it's perfect, I think. And chat, let me know if you want. As a bonus, I can show you my secret export settings to get the best quality on your Instagram reels.
Well, I don't even have to wait for chat for that one. I need to know. We've got about like 8 or so minutes left. Is that enough time
Okay,
for us
yeah.
to hop into it?
I think yes, that's exact amount of time we need. So basically you go to export, and what you have here, of course, your file name. Oh, I exported some sound effects before, so I have MP3 right here. Let me press here. We need to choose H264.
Okay.
Go to video. First, I'm always clicking match source, and it will adjust our video to, it will adjust our export settings to the sequence we had.
That way,
And
the black
here,
bars on the side.
yes. And here's first thing you need to change. If you want to upload your video to Instagram, YouTube Shorts, or TikTok, you don't want it to be in 4K. You want it to be in 1080p. Even though we're filming in 4K, we still want to export it in 1080p, because
Is that because it's like compressing it or something?
because otherwise it will be compressed by Instagram. Instagram doesn't support 4K. It's only supporting 1080p. So if you not compress it yourself, it will compress its way, and it's usually compressed too much, so you don't want it to be compressed. Let's do it 1080p.
Oliver's saying in all caps, "Show us your secrets." And Kino is also saying, "Yes, sir." Wants to see all the
Yes,
secrets.
that's the biggest secret. Many people afraid that if you will export it in 24 frames per second, it will also be compressed, because if you will read, Instagram always suggests to do 1080p 30 frames per second. But in my experience, if you export it in 24 frames per second, it only works better. So
really?
you don't want
Okay.
to change it. Yes, and then we click on this magical button, more.
Oh, I've never gone this deep into
Yes.
exports.
Now I'm showing you all the secret path. And here there is a bitrate settings. You don't want it to be on VBR, you want it to be on CBR. It's too hard to explain, but basically VBR 2 pass and VBR 1 pass, it's variable bitrate, and you don't want it to be your bitrate variable. You want it to set on specific number and to be constant. So now it's constant bitrate, and here I will always keep looking on the estimate file size on the bottom right here. It's 42 megs. And the secret I know about Instagram, it's usually compress the videos which are more than 150 megabytes. So we have some room here, and we can make our bitrate bigger up until we will get close to that 150 megabyte size. I think 68 is quite enough. What's bitrate is, for those who doesn't know, basically, as we know, your video is a set of photos that goes one after another, creating the illusion of the moving image. So basically, what we do here, we set the how big will be the size of each frame, and each frame will have the 68 megabits per second. So now we're setting it up, and I think it's ready to be exported. But first, you need to choose the location where you want it to be exported. So basically, that's all you need. You don't want to mess with audio. Usually, the default settings are good. All you need is just to make sure it's not variable bitrate, it's constant bitrate, and set it as big as possible, but make sure it doesn't exceed the limit of 150 megabit per second.
All right,
And
so
then just click
150,
export.
make sure it doesn't exceed that, and then that way it doesn't get compressed again from
Yes,
Instagram side.
yes. And always have so many questions about that. Why your videos have this good quality? Why? Well, I didn't know my iPhone can view videos in that quality. And I'm like, yes, you just need to know secrets. But I'm not sharing it online. That's actually first time me sharing it right here. So
The
yeah.
Adobe Live exclusive, baby.
Yes.
Well, thank you
So
for sharing that with us.
here it
Appreciate
is.
your transparency. But
Yeah.
great. So things, just as a quick recap of things that we've done. We added some sound effects. We added not only warp stabilizer, but we also had extended the clip, so we nested it in order to be able to slow it down and also warp stabilize it.
Yes.
We explored the film impact dashboard. What else am I missing? I feel like we covered so much.
The new waveform. The waveforms are
waveform, yeah.
dynamic right now, and you can see how it change in real time. And same goes to the timeline. Before, you always had to guess if you stretching the video, but right now, if you can see the image is moving in air
Cool.
as well.
So the thumbnail actively updates to show you what point
Yes.
of the video the cut is in.
And I wasn't even dreaming about it, and now we have
Yeah,
it.
right? Now you're like, how
It's
did I
so
live without
cool.
that?
Yes, yes.
That's really
Let's
cool.
show. Let me show it once again. Just we'll make it even bigger so everyone can see.
Oh, wow. For all
So
the times
it's
when you're editing
actively
videos this
changing.
big, of course, right?
Yes, all the time.
This is your real secret setting update.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
awesome.
Yes. And
Well,
my
great.
real
Okay.
secret, I have all these layers. I don't edit really nice. I always have a lot of layers. Actually, 4 layers is minimum. Usually I have like 10 of them.
You showed us the
I'm
man behind the curtain, but we won't tell anyone. We'll let everyone know that you have it nice and clean as one
Yes.
singular thing by the end of it. Well, thank you again so much for joining us. This has been a really informative last hour or so. Once again, could you tell us where to find you on Instagram?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram as a Paul Ashch. I'm gonna show you right here, just for you to visualize it. The orange picture with my portrait on it. So Paul Ashch, mobile filmmaker. I'm showing all the secrets about iPhone cinematography, as well as sometimes my Sony camera. I'm also I'm also showing some editing stuff, and yeah, so make sure to follow me, and I will be happy to share some of my secrets with you
Great. Well,
along the
thank you
way.
so much. Appreciate it. If you guys are watching live, make sure you stick around. Up next, we've got some office hours coming up with Andrew and Nick. They're going to be showing us how to curate your creative process from mood boards to concept pitches. Curating is essential to present your ideas with clarity and style. So we will have to check those out. But as for Paul, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for being here. And looking forward to seeing the next updates from you with all the film impacts, added light effects as well.
Yes, thank you, and I'm so excited for this update. Yes, looking forward this Friday
All right. Thanks so
to
much for being
finally
here.
use
Talk
it.
to you later.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye, everyone.